This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a current subscriber, what's up? You greatly appreciate it. Come on in, make yourself at home. This channel is for movie lovers, collectors of all types and genres. Doesn't matter if your format's 4K, 3D, Blu-ray, VHS, doesn't matter. Same with the genre. Westerns, documentaries, action, drama. You guys are all welcome. This week for my collection videos, I wanted to focus on Westerns. Now, Westerns isn't necessarily my favorite genres. However, some of my favorite movies happen to be Westerns. And these are some of my favorite Western movies. Movies that I just found outstanding, either the acting, the storyline, or just the overall movie. So without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink of a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. I'm just going to jump into my number 10 of Westerns. This is the 2010 action-adventure drama Western, True Grit. This was directed and written by it was directed and produced by Ethan Coen and written by Joel Coen, the Coen brothers. I'm a big fan of the Coen brothers. This stars Jeff Bridges, Haley Stanfield, Matt Damon, Josh Brolin, and Barry Pepper, who was kind of hot back then. The plot of this: following the murder of her father by a hired hand, a 14-year-old farm girl sets out to capture the killer. To aid her, she hires the toughest U.S. Marshal she can find, a man with true grit, Reuben J. Rooster Cogburn. And I know John Wayne did the original. I'm not a big John Wayne fan. We'll get into that though. But I do love the Coen brothers. I love Jeff Bridges, Josh Brolin, and again, just with the acting, great storyline, and just a phenomenal Western. So in my Western collection, this is number 10. It's a Paramount release. I'm wondering if it's going to get a 4K release if it hasn't already. I know a lot of you guys are big into 4K. But again, excellent Western, True Grit. My number 9 pick is the 1974 comedy Western, Blazing Saddles. This was directed and written by Mel Brooks, produced by Michael Hertzberg. This stars Cleavon Little, Gene Wilder, Sam Pickens, Harvey Korman, Madeline Kahn, Mel Brooks. It's a whole cast of phenomenal, amazing stars. The plot behind this: a town where everyone seems to be named Johnson stands in the way of a railroad. In order to grab their land, robber baron Haley Lamar sends his henchmen to make life in the town unbearable. After the sheriff is killed, the town demands a new sheriff from the governor. So Haley convinces him to send the town the first black sheriff in the West. And I don't know if this, well, I'm pretty sure this movie, it could be remade now. It'll just probably receive too much clapback. But this, again, hilarious movie. Little backstory: Cleavon Little's role was supposed to be played by Richard Pryor, and I often wonder what kind of movie that would have been with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder having great chemistry together, from Stir Crazy, Silver Streak, and a couple of movies they've done together. How the dynamics of the movie would have been different. Again, funny movie, great Western, possibly this might be in my top 10 of funniest movies ever. Again, it was a sign of the times. Could this be made now? I doubt very seriously. But why we already have it right now. And I know this got a 4K release. So my number 9 pick for Best Westerns, Mel Brooks, Blazing Saddles. My number 8 pick out of the 3, and just a hint, you'll see these 2 again. But my number 8 pick is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. This is the 1969 action-adventure biography crime drama western. It's directed by George Roy Hill, written by William Goldman, produced by John Foreman. It stars Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Catherine Ross, Strother Martin, and Henry Jones. The plot behind this: in late 1890s Wyoming, Butch Cassidy is the affable, clever, and talkative leader of the outlaw hole-in-the-wall gang. His closest companion is the iconic deadshot Sundance Kid. As the West rapidly becomes civilized, the law finally catches up to Butch, Sundance, and their gang. Chased doggedly by a special posse, the 2 decide to make their way to South America in hopes of evading their pursuers once and for all. And this is just an iconic, classic movie. One of the reasons why it's iconic, you have 2 of the biggest stars of that time, Robert Redford and Paul Newman, who were the heartthrobs of that time. And it's just a real slick, cool-looking, great dialogue type of Western. Great action. Not in love with the ending, though, but it's a bittersweet ending, I'll put it that way. It's very cool how they go out. But again, my number 8 pick for Best Westerns of all time, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Oh, and by the way, this is a 20th Century Fox release. I always forget these at the end. Blazing Saddles, Warner Brothers, and I think I already did this, Paramount for True Grit. Again, number 8. Number 8, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. My number 7 pick is the 2015 crime drama mystery thriller western, The Hateful Eight. This was directed and written by Quentin Tarantino, produced by William Paul Clark. This stars Samuel motherfucking Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walton Goggins, and Damian Bircher. The plot behind this: bounty hunters seek shelter from a raging blizzard and get caught up in a plot of betrayal and deception. And one of the reasons why I love this movie, the majority of the movie takes place, I think, in 2 locations. One where they're on the road, Samuel Jackson and Kurt Russell, and the other when they're in the cabin. And you would think with just those 2 locations, it would be kind of a slow-dragging movie, especially at 168 minutes. It's a fast-paced movie, great acting, great twist. And again, the actors in here and the direction really makes this movie. So my number 6 pick, and by the way, it's an Anchor Bay release. And I don't know if it's going to a 4K release. If it's Tarantino, if it doesn't, I'm sure it will soon. My number 7 pick, Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. My number 6 pick is a remake. This is a 2016 action-adventure western, The Magnificent Seven. This is directed by one of my favorite directors who's done the Equalizer movies, Antoine Fuqua. Produced by Bruce Berman, written by Akira Kurosawa. This stars Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, and Vincent D'Onofrio, which I always kill that person's name. The plot behind this: looking to mine for gold, greedy industrialist Bartholomew Bogue seizes control of the Old West town of Rose Creek. With their lives in jeopardy, Emma Cullen and their desperate residents turn to bounty hunters. Sam Chisholm for help. Chisholm recruits an eclectic group of gunslingers to take on Bogue and his ruthless henchmen. And again, this is a remake, and this is a Columbia Pictures release of the original Magnificent Seven. I think they did an excellent job. Great cast, great action. One of my favorite scenes, I actually remember my mom and I, she's a huge Western fan, watching this in the theater, and Denzel does this thing where he's riding a horse, and he does this trick ride where he kind of gets on the side of the horse while the horse is going and shoots from there. My mom was all over after that. Fantastic movie, great action, great great scene, great iconic scenes. I think there's one where they're introducing Denzel Washington. He walks into the bar and he's looking for this particular outlaw, and he whispers in the guy's ear. Classic scene. Again, if you like westerns, you like Denzel, you can't miss with this. This is the 2016 western, The Magnificent Seven. And I'll be remiss if I mention the remake of Magnificent Seven without mentioning the original. This is the 1960 adventure drama foreign western, The Magnificent Seven, the original. Again, this came out in 1960. Wow. Directed by John Sturges, produced by Walter Mirisch, written by William Roberts. And this has also a smash cast of characters also. Yul Brynner, Eli Wallace, the King of Cool himself, Steve McQueen, Horst Buchholz, and Charles Bronson, Mr. Deathwish himself. Same thing, same plot. An oppressed Mexican peasant village hires 7 gunslingers to help defend their homes. And this is just really the Steve McQueen collection. But where is the actual Magnificent Seven? Yeah, Sam Pebbles. There we go, The Magnificent Seven. They also did a sequel to that. I think it was like The Magnificent Seven Right Again or something, though. Not as impactful, not as colorful as far as the characters and the plot line, though. But the original Magnificent Seven, excellent western. So if you are looking for like classic westerns, this is one that you have to watch. The original Magnificent Seven. And this is a 20th Century Fox release, The Magnificent Seven. My number 4 pick, this is the 1988 action crime drama thriller western, Young Guns. This was directed and produced by Christopher Kane, written by John Fusco, starring Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen, Dermot Mulroney. The plot behind this, a group of young gunmen led by Billy the Kid become deputies to avenge the murder of the rancher who became their benefactor. But when Billy takes the authority too far, they become hunted. And this movie was just the shiznit back in the day. The line, the iconic line for this movie is, "I'll make you famous," delivered by Emilio Estevez. One of the few movies that Emilio and Charlie actually did together. And back then, again, these were pretty much the it guys. Emilio, Charlie Sheen, even Kiefer Sutherland, and even Lou Diamond Phillips to a lesser extent, though. Great action, great Billy the Kid movie. Young Guns 2, good movie, not as great as the first one. I think I have it on DVD. Still haven't gotten it on Blu-ray yet. I know they have a 4K release, I believe, of Young Guns and Young Guns 2. So, again, amazing, phenomenal Western. And this is a Lionsgate release, Young Guns. My number 3 pick is a 2012 drama Western, Django Unchained. Directed and written by Quentin Tarantino, produced by William Paul Clark. This stars Jamie Foxx, Christoph Waltz, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kerry Washington, and my man, Samuel motherfucking Jackson. The plot behind this one, the help of a German bounty hunter, a freed slave sets out to rescue his wife from a brutal Mississippi plantation owner. I don't know how many times I've watched the opening to this, the first 5 minutes with Christoph and Jamie Foxx. Love that opening. One thing I don't hear a lot about, I hear about Jamie Foxx, I hear about Christoph Waltz, don't hear a lot about Samuel Jackson and his role. He was basically the house slave. And arguably, he had one of the best performances. The reason why I asked that, he would play this kind of slow, unintelligent house slave role. But when it came to things that would affect him and what is valuable in his life. His posture was changed, his look would change, and all of a sudden you will see the intellect out of this house slave come about. Phenomenal movie. Tarantino did his thing. Of course, Jamie Foxx did his thing though, but again, love the opening scene with Christoph Waltz and Jamie Foxx. So, but the underrated actor, and I understand why he would be, because of the role he played, was definitely Samuel motherfucking Jackson. And this is an Anchor Bay steelbook. I remember getting this at Best Buy back when they were still selling physical media. Django Unchained, my number 3. For my number 2 pick, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to put the trilogy in as my number 2. The first movie, A Fistful of Dollars, came out in 1964. The sequel, For a Few Dollars More, came out in 1965. And the third movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, came out in 1966. The Fistful of Dollars, that was directed by Sergio Leone, produced by Arrigo Colombo, and written by Adriano Bolzani. Fistful of Dollars starred Clint Eastwood, Marianne Koch, Gian Maria Volante, Wolfgang Lusky, and Sergiart Roop. The plot behind this: a man with no name enters the Mexican village of San Miguel in the midst of a power struggle among the 3 Rojas brothers and Sheriff John Baxter. When a regiment of Mexican soldiers bearing gold intended to pay for new weapons is waylaid by the Rojo brothers, the stranger inserts himself into the middle of the long-simmering battle, selling false information to both sides for his own benefit. And these they call the actual spaghetti westerns, I guess, because, again, these were directed by Italian Sergio Leone. It just had a certain style, a certain tempo, flavor to them. When you see movies now and you see like the focus shot of their eyes, or before they draw, they'll pull the camera down to the gun. All those things pretty much, in my opinion, originated from the spaghetti westerns, kind of sparked off by Clint Eastwood with The Man with No Name. So again, another good western to cut your teeth on if you're not really into westerns. You want to start out watching westerns. The Man with No Name trilogy, starting with A Fistful of Dollars. Again, excellent way to start. And is this 20th Century Fox? Yes, a lot of 20th Century Fox in westerns though. The Man with No Name, Clint Eastwood. My number 1 pick for westerns, in my opinion, the quintessential pick for westerns, one of the best westerns of all time, in my opinion, the 1993 action biography drama history western, Tombstone. Directed by George P. Cosmatos, produced by Sean Daniel, written by Kevin Jarre. It stars Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, Powers Booth. Billy Bob Thornton has a role in here. Billy Zane has a role in here. The plot behind this: legendary marshal Wyatt Earp is now a wary gunfighter, joins his brothers Morgan and Virgil to pursue their collective fortune in the thriving mining town of Tombstone. But Earp is forced to don a badge again and get help from his notorious pal Doc Holliday when a gang of renegades and rustlers begin terrorizing the town. And this movie is just filled with iconic, fantastic one-liners, great scenes. One scene, and I don't give too much spoiler away, Kurt Russell just punks this guy in the bar. I won't tell you the guy is, though. Slaps him up. After he slaps him up, it's like, smoke that smoke wagon, boy. Basically asks him to pull his trigger. Guy just sits there, scared out of his mind, doesn't do anything. Another classic scene is with Val Kilmer. In my opinion, Doc Holliday is the best role Val Kilmer ever played. And is Johnny Ringo, one of the renegades. And he's like, is a gunfight's going to ensue. And Johnny Ringo doesn't want to fight potentially the fastest gun in the West, Doc Holliday. And he's like, I was just funning. And Doc Holliday has this line is, I'll be your huckleberry. I thought he would say for the longest time, I'll be your huckleberry. It's like, I'll be your hucklebearer, meaning is I'll be the guy that carries your your casket out, I'll be one of the casket bearers. That's what a hucklebearer is. So just filled with great characters. Sam Elliott, he's like the original cowboy. Bill Paxton, everybody does outstanding performances, great action. Actually, some of a love story also. So great story, a lot of different layers, a lot of dimensions, great photography, just a phenomenal film. My number one pick for best westerns, Tombstone. And these are my favorite, and in my opinion, some of the best westerns that have ever been made. If you made it this far in the video, smash the like. Give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Yippee-ki-yay. Deuces.